Welcome back to the interview studio here in Berlin, G2 Esports 2-0 here in group stage 2020, and I have Miky with me to talk about the game. First of all, congrats on this one. Very clean compared to yesterday, I want to say. But let's roll back here. I want to talk about the level 1. Can you tell me how helpful it was in the later stages of the game to go top and get Wonder ahead?
Well, it was pretty helpful just in general. So he had like a lot of times he had TP advantage and was just ahead in lane because we knew if we get Camille ahead, we'd probably win. And it was basically just like kind of a free kill because he always stands in the same bush. So we kind of abused that thanks to our head analyst Stuffman.
Yeah. No.
And then I mean they tried to level 2 gank us bot, but didn't really work. So that's when it kind of collapsed for them, I think, even though we threw it like so many times.
That was a nice research from you guys. And I also want to ask, from yesterday's game to today's game, what did you work on to make the game look more clean?
Well, I wouldn't really say it was clean, but I think I think our draft was more, I mean, not as risky, I guess. We could actually do stuff in the early game. And I think we're just more safe, I guess. But it wasn't really a clean game. We were just like, we should have probably ended it in like 25 minutes after the first Baron, but we just kind of kept getting caught and throwing it. So
probably, but I mean, you added something different here. You actually made Tamkench exciting to watch with the Hail of Blades here. Can you tell me a bit more about this choice here for the mastery, and does it change so much compared to the Guardian we usually see?
Yeah, I mean, this mastery usually only take in melee matchups, or like aggressive lanes, like Pantheon is one of them, and that's where I saw it first when I played Pantheon against that Halo Blade Tamkench, and I was like, this is like kind of strong, and it works similar to against like Leona or champions that kind of want to go in, and it just seems better. But most of all, it's the most fun. It's like not as boring as Guardian to play, so I can actually have fun on Tamkench.
Yeah, that's what I could see here. But okay, last question. I noticed, looking at the draft since the beginning of World Championship, that you often, I mean you, teams in general, often leave the last pick red side to support. Could you explain why?
I mean, usually, at least from our last 2 games, we kind of just matched whatever we saw. And well, yesterday I had the blind pick, an enemy could counter pick, and we already showed mid on first, so they could pick it early. And also today we saw mid on first 3 picks already, so we could already pick mid on 4. And usually just last pick whatever you want to save, I guess. And for bot lane with Ashe, it's kind of important to have a counter pick on support, so you secure a winning lane and a pushing lane. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Miky, for the interview and insights. And again, congrats on winning this game. And we're going to take a break and we'll come back in a few minutes for the second game. But before that, as we go to the break, you will listen to G2's Come against Suning yesterday in Sound of the Game presented by Bose.